Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to look at the hardest past tense aspect in English, the past perfect continuous tense. So, what is it and why do we use it? And naturally, what is the formula of this tense? I know many students that really struggle with this tense aspect. So now I want to help clear the confusion. So let's begin. Structure. بنية subject plus had plus been plus verb in ing form plus the rest of the sentence. هنايا باش نكونوا ال past perfect continuous الماضي التام المستمر كنديرو subject فاعل زائد had simple past of the verb have الماضي ديال الفعل have زائد been past participle of the verb be تصريف التالي ديال الفعل be زائد verb in the ing form زائد باقي الجملة. For example, I had been eating dinner. كنت أتناول العشاء. Forms. Affirmative form حالة الإثبات subject plus had plus been plus verb in the ing form plus the rest of the sentence. Examples. I had been playing tennis. كنت ألعب التنس. The teacher had been starting the lesson. كان المدرس قد بدأ الدرس. Negative form حالة النفي subject plus had not or the short form or contraction hadn't زائد been plus verb in the ing form plus the rest of the sentence. Examples. I had not been playing tennis. لم أكن ألعب تنس. The teacher hadn't been starting the lesson. لم يكن المدرس قد بدأ الدرس. Interrogative form حالة السؤال أو الاستفهام had plus subject plus been plus verb in the ing form plus the rest of the sentence and at the end we put question mark. Examples. Had I been playing tennis? هل كنت ألعب تنس؟ Had the teacher been starting the lesson? هل كان المدرس أو الأستاذ قد بدأ الدرس؟ Usage استخدامات. We use the past perfect continuous when we talk about an action which started happening in the past and continued to happen until another action began. هنايا كنستخدمو الماضي التام المستمر باش نتحدثوا على شي فعل بدا في الماضي حدث في الماضي بدا الحدوث ديالو في الماضي واستمر الحدوث ديالو حتى لواحد الحدث اخر غادي يبدا في الماضي. Examples. The meeting had been starting when she arrived. كان الاجتماع قد بدأ عندما وصلت. So هنايا الاكشن الاولى اللي غادي تبدا وهي الميتين started was already happening. الميتين بدا قبل. Then she arrived وعاد جاء الحدث ديال الوصول. So هنايا الاكشن الاولى هي the meeting started بدات وغادي تبقى مستمرة يبقى هاد السهم هذا هو راه درتو لحقاش هاد الاكشن was continued up to this point. هاد الاكشن هادي ديال meeting started غتبقى مكملة تستمر حتى الحدث ديال arrived عاد غادي ينتهى. Okay. She had been studying English by the time she moved to Canada. هنايا عندنا كانت تدرس اللغة الإنجليزية في الوقت الذي انتقلت فيه إلى كندا. يعني عندنا الحدث الأول had been studying English. الحدث الأول studying English continued up to this point which is moved. الحدث ديال الدراسة ديال الإنجليزية غادي يستمر حتى لهاد النقطة هادي ديال الانتقال إلى كندا. I had been traveling before I met her. كنت قد سافرت قبل أن أقابلها. So هنايا I had been traveling already. I had been traveling already. Okay. أنا سافرت and still continuous في المسافرة ديالي غنكون مازال مسافر حتى لهذا الحدث هذا فين غادي نتلاقى الشخص اللي غادي نتلاقاه انايا عاد غادي انتهى الحدث ديال السفر. In reported speech في الكلام المنقول both direct past continuous and present perfect continuous change to past perfect continuous in the indirect speech. هنايا كل من الماضي المستمر والمضارع تام المستمر كيتغيروا الماضي تام المستمر من في الخطاب الغير مباشر في indirect speech. For example, direct speech خطاب مباشر. She said I was sweeping the ground. I was sweeping the ground. قالت I'm sorry. She said I was sweeping the ground yesterday. So قالت كنت أكنس الأرض أو أكنس الأرض أمس. كانت كتنظف الأرض البارحة. Change to the indirect speech غنحولوها نغيروها الخطاب الغير مباشر. She said that she had been sweeping the ground the day before. قالت إنها كانت تكنس الأرض في اليوم السابق. يعني هنايا كانت عندنا was sweeping the past continuous تغيرت ل had been sweeping the past perfect continuous. Okay. So وعندنا yesterday كتحول day before. هذا تنشوفوا هاد الدرس هذا في reported speech. Direct speech خطاب مباشر. He said I was writing a letter at 7 p.m. قال كنت أكتب خطابا في الساعة 7 مساء. Indirect speech. He said that he had been writing a letter at 7 p.m. قال إنه كان يكتب خطاب في الساعة 7 مساء. So هنا عندنا was writing past continuous تغير ل had been writing past perfect continuous. Notes ملاحظة. Remember that stative non-continuous verb are usually not used in the continuous or progressive forms. With these verbs, use the past perfect form instead. هنايا تذكر أنه أن الأفعال أو اللي ما كتقبلش في الكونتينيوس فورم هاد الأفعال هادو كيكون كاين فيهم أفعال الرأي بزاف ديال الأوبينيون راه كنا شفناهم في البريزنت كونتينيوس. رجعوا شوفوهم. ما كنستخدموش في are not usually used in the continuous or progressive forms. With these verbs use the past perfect continuous. ما كنستخدموش في هذا النموذج المستمر. بدلا من النموذج المستمر كنستخدموا الماضي التام. For example, I had been knowing his name. هادي incorrect، غلط هاد الجملة هادي، مكنديروش had been knowing. الجملة الصحيحة هي هادي I had known his name. The correct sentence I had known his name. Another example, I had been having that car for 5 years before I'm sorry, before it broke down. Incorrect sentence. I had that car for 5 years before it broke down. This is the correct sentence. So, clue words of the past perfect continuous. الكلمات الدالة على الماضي التام المستمر. Before, after, when, as soon as, by the time, how long, since, and for. Now we finished the topic of the past tense, and next video inshallah we are going to learn the future tense. So keep working and keep watching. As always, thank you so much and goodbye.